So where's the office? Back at division? In the office, baby. Going out.
What's up, Buckeye Nation? You're tuned in to the Buckeye Cast.
Sets, fires, touchdown, Garrett Wilson. Wow. In the end zone. Oh, what a catch. Jeremy Rucker, give me that. Fields to throw, steps up, delivers deep down the field. He's got a receiver. Olave, touchdown, Buckeyes.
Now here's your host, Joe Warwick.
The Ohio State Buckeyes.
What's up? We are back. We are back, baby. Merry fucking Christmas, belated, early Happy New Year. As always, folks, I gotta keep hammering this point home because I listen to other podcasts because I like Ohio State content, but Jesus, the commercials are just fucking breaking my back. Just throughout a 30-minute podcast, I get 4 and 5 interruptions, and it's in the middle of somebody talking about something. It's not even led into. There's no like lead up to the pod or to the commercial. So, anyways, as always, you know this is the only commercial for your Ohio State podcast. Please give us a 5-star. I'll take any kind of rating at this point, and give us a review. That would greatly help us. A lot of Buckeye fans want to find us out there, and any kind of rating and review would really help. Hit us up on Twitter. Twitter is where you mostly can find me and my, low-grade comedy. I do have a review to read today.
That's generous.
Yeah. How would you rate my comedy, Shawn? On a scale of A to F.
I say lowbrow at best.
All right. Is it entertaining, though, is the question. I have a review, actually, I just stumbled upon from back in October. I'm sorry, I'm just finding this. It's coming from, I'm going to call him my guy because he gave us a 5-star review. Random Fact Master on Apple Podcasts. He gave us a 5-star review, guys, so don't throw any bullshit his way. His review was, listen to many Buckeye podcasts, and this is a good change of pace. Entertaining discussion that feels like you're talking OSU football over a bourbon on a bar stool. So I don't know if that means the bourbon is sitting on the bar stool or he's on the bar stool, but regardless.
It sounds like he's saying the bourbon has the best content in that podcast.
I think the bourbon is a huge addition. Definitely should not be taken lightly.
Should get his name in the show.
And it gets its own bar stool. Right? So anyways,
that's kind of what you're aiming for, wasn't it, Joe?
It just kind of evolved into this. We never talked bourbon until this season. So 2020.
I never realized that I liked this so much.
Yeah, that's what she said. So let's. I know we had Christmas this week. Boys, how'd your Christmas go? Did you get anything liquid with that Christmas?
I did not.
No. All right.
I had a customer. She's been telling me for weeks, like all December. I got a special bottle for you. I need to get a hold of you before you get back to the property. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'll be in the neighborhood, whenever. She ghosted me 3 days in a row. I'm like, you talking all this shit like you're gonna give me a bottle or something, and then like the week of Christmas, nowhere to be found. So we'll see how this goes next week. But I'm like, I'm not even looking for a bottle. But if you're gonna tell me for weeks on end that you got this bottle for me, give it to me, man. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So, but no, I ended up no liquid for Christmas.
What'd you drink for Christmas?
I drank some of that Buffalo that you bestowed upon me.
Nice.
I am still enjoying Buffalo.
It's a winner, isn't it?
I went all day, twice on Sunday.
There you go.
Got a double on ice right now.
There you go. 3 fingers of Glenlivet. Shawn, what do you put a dent in that stash of Legend?
Well, I put a little dent into that, but had a little tasting over at Jan's over the holidays.
Yeah.
Just your
Fucking
regulars.
Jan's.
We're just running through the regulars. The Larceny, the Bullet, very nice. But then came across this the Cleveland Underground in a cherry cask, whatever. Did a little research on it. And I guess this guy has some science, that makes the aging process. And it got good reviews that I read. I thought it tastes like shit.
Sounds like shit, honestly. Cherry
Good,
casks.
decent reviews. And he speeds up the aging process. Don't bring your science in here with the bourbons.
Yeah, no.
This is fucking, we already know how to
that
make
shit
this.
don't work. That shit don't work. This ain't Frankenstein.
Yeah, they've been doing this shit for over 200 years. They figured it out.
Yeah, it's been working well.
I'll tell you what, that ain't getting no bottled in bond approval on that shit.
No. Shit, no. Yeah, that, take that shit down to Kentucky and see what happens.
You say Cleveland
Like the
Underground. That just screams of like East 99th or something.
It just sounds like hipsters with, shaving each other's mustaches and stuff. Yeah, that's not going to play.
Well, our mustaches are so cool. We can make bourbon better than them hillbillies in Kentucky.
Right.
Totally.
It's like
These
what
fucking
is,
retards.
Shawn, your favorite bourbon made up there in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Baby,
that gets good reviews too. I was reading that again, and I'm like,
people are idiots.
I'm like, I'm gonna give it another. Every time I give it another try, I'm like,
fuck you.
and like I said, we ran through like 4 bourbons, and that Cleveland one was probably the third one, second or third, and it was distinctly different and not as, I don't know. Maybe if I had that on its own with a clean palate, I mean, I wasn't shooting them one right after another, but little time in between.
I go by first impressions.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't know. I think sometimes you get bad bottles too, or something. I don't know.
I had this dude.
Inconsistent bottles.
This guy, he was a huge bourbon connoisseur guy at this bar down in Sanibel, telling me that a neck pour tastes different from the rest of the bottle. So imagine if you just take a bottle and don't move it around at all and just pour it. The bourbon that's in the neck of the bottle tastes different slightly. I mean, we're splitting hairs here. Tastes different from the rest of the bottle because it's in the neck. I'm like, whatever, dude. I'll take your advice. I'll just shake up my bottles. How about that?
Yeah. You're gonna ruin this guy's day if you shake the bottle first. Like just
turn it upside down.
Just angle it slightly. Like,
yeah, but after
your
first drink, the neck's gone.
Exactly. So. Yeah. That's what he's saying is like the neck is usually the shittiest drink out of the bottle. I'm like, well, whatever. I'll go ahead and have the rest. I just thought that was funny that neck pour is a thing, like an issue. I've never heard of that.
I think it has more to do with maybe there's that top of the glass has been sitting there just doing nothing, and maybe it could have some contaminant on it, and that first pour is going to wash that out, and
or the cork
that in your first drink.
Yeah, that cork is sitting up in that neck forever. Yeah, we could go on for hours on that shit.
Yeah, we don't need to dwell on neck pours, do we?
I think it's worthy of a show.
Anyway. Fuck.
For Christmas, I got wrong podcast.
Yeah, well, for liquid Christmas, I got a whole stash of Johnny Walker variety bottles. I got like a gold. I got an 18-year, I got more blue. I got some black. I got some double black. I got a fucking plethora of JW.
Nice.
So I will be walking with Johnny. Literally stumbling with Johnny. Very soon. Got some chocolates with bourbon in them. Some Woodford Reserve bourbon balls. Pretty awesome.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, imagine a little piece of chocolate with bourbon inside it. Fucking money. Anyways, and you saw my Buffalo Trace shirt that I'm going to wear to all the fancy restaurants here in town.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's a keeper. For the vegans.
Did you design that, or?
No, it's from Buffalo Trace.
Oh.
Yeah. You bought so much shit, they're sending you merch now? You like a sponsored?
He's putting in a pipeline. He's gonna put in a tap straight from the factory. It's gonna run in.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I hadn't thought of that.
He's a Buffalo influencer.
Yeah, I should be, actually. I might approach them about that. I'm tired of my current work. Let's talk about being an influencer.
Yeah, bro, TikTok it.
Yeah, here's me passed out on the toilet with buffalo in my hand.
Right. Yeah, we'll just like stage a bunch of pictures of you with a buffalo bottle in the background. Like there's like a murder scene and like there's like a body like taped out.
Yeah.
Like just a chalk line and then there's a Buffalo Trace bottle.
Right. Perfect. I did get a bottle of Sazerac rye. You guys ever had that?
Sazerac rye.
It's made by Buffalo Trace, but it's a rye, obviously. It's not super expensive. It's like $30, but it's a little bitey, but pretty smooth. It's my first venture into the rye world.
Yeah, I haven't really ventured into that world either. I think I had some Dickel back in the day with some boys. Some Dickel rye.
I would assume so, yeah.
But that Whistle Pig, I think I might have tested that over a buddy's got a bottle of that, just a little dram.
Mm-hmm. Sounds fadiddy.
Anywho.
Yep. All right. I've had the Bullet Rye before. It's okay. But anyway, I would recommend the Sazerac Rye if you can stumble into a bottle. Unfortunately, we can't find anything good around here. We have to order everything online. I did see today, though, good news for states that are similar to Kentucky in that you can buy alcohol online. They're now shipping out of Kentucky to states that will receive it. So Florida is a winner. So hopefully the Buffalo Trail opens up southward. So
I would imagine.
Good deal.
Yeah. I don't know about Ohio and Michigan. You guys are kind of uptight.
It's the Wild West down here, son.
We always have Wild West down selection up here.
Yeah, you guys get that shit just shipped right in.
Because we got so many places. It's not just a couple liquor stores. I mean, there's liquor stores everywhere. And I mean, I could go buy a Buffalo Trace at Rite Aid.
Right. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be a big problem for me.
At the grocery store, anywhere.
Yeah. Anyways, we should probably talk about some football. This is a football show, still, kind of.
We still playing football? Yeah, that's
50-50.
Right. Goddamn, that's right. We made the playoffs, guys.
Well, yeah. So let's do a quick review of the Big Ten Championship game as we kind of fumbled and stumbled our way into that W. 22-10, guys. That was not fucking pretty.
No. We
I
didn't look
went
good.
back. I watched it like 5 or 6 times this week. Kind of ruined my Christmas dinner. Just that first half was pathetic. Give me a quick one bullet point. Let's go negative first, Jeff. One topic. One sentence.
Garrett Wilson doesn't operate the same as a number 1 as he does a number 2.
Yep. Good job. You copied that right from our guy.
I copied that from my eyes of what I saw.
Shawn, Give me a quick one-sentence positive.
Justin Fields looked off. Oh,
That's
you
not
wanted a
positive.
positive.
I flipped it over. I flipped it over,
well,
yeah.
Oh, well, you fucked me right there.
I tried to.
Trey Sermon's out of this
Gave you some
world.
dickle.
Your boy Sermon. I kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of bagged
You
on
trickle
Sermon all
dickle.
year, and Sermon pulls up huge.
Yep. That old line helped him out a little bit.
I believe I had that.
Did you have that? All right. I got it. I got you right here, Jeff. You are correct. You had Wyatt Davis, and then you went a blanket O-line kind of move. So, yeah, you called that one. My guy Fields really showed out. Appreciate you. Yeah. Olave didn't even show up, Shawn. But anyways, we won't get into the microscopes too deeply. But so Fields has another bad game against a good defense. You guys concerned about the kind of, seems like he's pressing, trying too hard, making bad decisions against Indy and now Northwestern?
I think
Okay.
I think he really missed Olave. I think Olave makes it easy out there for him a little bit. That takes some pressure off of him, at least. And he does look like he's pressing a little bit in that game anyway. But we've all seen what Justin Fields can do. I mean, the guy's, he's lights out. And even though he's having a bad game in that, it's like he's aware of it, and he's self-aware and trying to correct it. I think so. I don't know. I think he's gonna be fine.
Jeff, what do you think?
It looks like it. Watching that game, especially the first half, it looked like a lack of reps. It's throughout everyone, running backs, receivers, the routes they're running, linemen getting out and pulling and everything. Just it looked like we've played our sixth game or whatever of the season, and we're halfway through a year. We didn't look nearly at full speed. Like we weren't just. It wasn't crisp execution wise.
You know what I felt is that first drive,
lack of reps.
That first drive, we marched down the field,
right.
and we get into the end zone, and they call it back for holding, and we settle for the field goal. And right there, I felt like that was. I feel like if we get that touchdown there, we probably go on to blow them out. But then that gives them a little bump, and our guys are like, oh fuck, we fucked that up. And
mirror image to the Clemson game last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but Clemson, we jumped out 13-0. I mean, we were in a dogfight with these guys.
But we had how many drives that got down inside the red zone, and we had to settle for field goals when you could have you had your foot on their throat, and you could have put them away early, but you let up and settle for field goals. And I think that's Northwestern got momentum because of that early on.
Sure.
Oh, it was he said sweep the leg. He thought that was a kick. Sweep the leg, Johnny.
Right. But this lack of execution in certain key instances, we're settling for field goals, and then we're just dragging along. Like, come on, and then finally, the running game just finally proves to be unstoppable.
Exploded! My goodness.
He was. If Duke rips off three,
it wasn't like that at the half.
No, it wasn't. It probably could have been though.
Yeah, I think in the first half, I think they should have done it more. It wasn't going bad.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't going poorly. It didn't go poorly for Trey Sermon all day.
Right. In the first half, Master Teague hadn't gotten injured yet, so they were plugging along. They were moving it well, but they weren't making the big gash runs. I think we make that field goal, and then we give up the big 75-yard drive in the next possession on defense, and it's like, oh fuck, here's 2018 again on defense, right? You're like, they go 7 plays, 75 yards with a couple gash plays there, and you're like, Jesus, here we go. We're in a dogfight, we're losing, you know. And we're losing at the half. You're like, Jesus Christ. But did you guys ever feel like we were in danger of losing the game even when we're down in the third quarter?
No.
I never once felt we were in danger of losing that game. I just felt, gosh, we looked fucking piss poor, and I'm like, this will not beat Clemson. There's no way this beats Clemson.
Exactly.
Well,
exactly.
sure.
I think that's 99.9% of Buckeye Nation is watching that game feeling the exact same way. Like, we're just,
we were all a little overhyped because we missed the Michigan game. That's the intense week. So I think a lot was put into this week and thought, okay, let's just go in here and do that Wisconsin thing like we did.
They looked rusty.
Years ago.
They look rusty. I mean, yeah, this rusty, just like it looks like they haven't played enough. Like they haven't practiced enough. They haven't played enough, and it's really going to be over this time right now that we're talking. What that team is doing to get ready is really going to decide whether they're going to be able to play with Clemson, because just we need reps. Mm-hmm. No, we don't have a receiver. Nobody could help Garrett Wilson. Northwestern. No, there was
right.
Fleming caught some passes on those quick 6, 7, 8 yard passes, but we didn't try anything. He didn't have
like second and third and fourth passes of the year, though. I mean,
yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's no reps.
They're one of the best passing defenses in the country. I realize that they don't play really anybody tough that throws the ball, but that was a tough defense. So let's give them a little credit. But throwing the ball, I think we were just, you got Jameson Williams running the wrong route on that one pick. He should have. That's that throw where Chris Olave makes a 10-foot or a 10-yard catch on the sideline, gets a toe down, first down, keeps the chains moving. Jameson Williams turns it upfield because he thinks Fields is scrambling. So now we're looking at another receiver thinking that we're running a scramble drill when we're still fucking finishing the play, a la Clemson last year.
Yeah,
so
I'm
trying to draw these correlations where we still have some communication issues with Fields and the receivers, regardless of age. Jameson's, I realize he's a young guy. He's not a Chris Olave.
He came in with Garrett. He's a true sophomore.
Right.
And I mean, the guy flashes. I mean, that speed of his is just, killer.
Yep.
But yeah, you wonder why he wasn't just, hey, I'm the guy. When Olave's gone, it's like, I'm the guy. I've been here with these two. And Fleming and Smith and Jiva and these guys are stepping up.
We didn't see his speed. We didn't see him with the ball in his hand enough.
No.
I know he's explosive with the ball. They say he's one of the fastest on the team. Well, we don't see it. Why are we not seeing it?
One catch a game. There has to be rest, right?
Yeah. How can you only in this offense? How are you only open? Is that the only time you're open? Why is he not? Why is he not available to get the ball? I mean, I know the offense isn't just geared to two people. That's not. I mean, Ryan Day wouldn't design an offense that was designed the passing attack. If you're sending 4 guys out in a route, it's not only fixed for 2 people. Right. All 4 of them should be able to beat their men.
Kind of has been though this year.
Is that just Fields? Right. But you see, it's Olave and Wilson, and when Olave is out, there's not the guy filling in for Olave. There's zero production. Mm-hmm. So we need some production if Olave's out, or if Wilson's out.
Fleming went in there and first time
he started the game on fire. He actually led the team in receiving.
Yeah, so I mean, his first game essentially playing any meaningful time, other than a play here and there, to go out there and be the guy. So I was just, it was curious to me that Smith Najiba didn't get that spot.
He was out with COVID.
Oh,
Yep.
him also. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, and did you guys see G. Scott on the field?
Maybe for special teams or something, but yeah, I think he was there. I don't think he was out.
So
Yeah. Why?
I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering what's the production level with him where he's not seeing offensive plays.
Yeah,
He's not even seeing plays. I don't see him on the offensive, on the snaps at all. I'm just wondering. I wish there was, more reports and people were able to be at practice, in a different year. But just to see, I figured G. Scott was going to be one of the freshmen. I figured he'd be at the top of that production. It's just surprising to me.
Yeah, it's a good point. I don't know what his snap count is like. I haven't done a dive on that, but yeah, it's kind of concerning too. I mean, let's see.
But he may be nursing an injury all season that they're just not. They're saying he's available, but he's not really healthy. It could be anything. I don't want to speculate on anything. It's just surprising. I just thought he would be more of an impact. If a freshman receiver was making an impact, I figured it would be him. I was looking at his body type and everything. Like, he's a grown man coming in here. Thought physically he'd be able to play, but just surprising we don't see him on the field, especially with a lot. In the game where Olave's out,
Right,
and we still don't see him. So, but then again, the guy in Olave's place didn't catch the ball. So, I don't know. It is concerning though. It's concerning
I got it right here, actually. G. Scott, I got his snaps per game. 4 against Nebraska. What's ST stand for? Probably figure that at some point.
Special teams plays?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Then 8 against Rutgers. Special teams against Indiana. DNP against Michigan State. DNP against Northwestern.
Yeah.
So he's played 12 snaps all season. So it's something, it's an issue. But what do you guys think about, I have this theory, I don't know if it's really accurate or not. Do you think the Buckeyes rush for 400 yards if Fields doesn't hurt his thumb in the third quarter?
Do I think Ryan Day would kept him passing the ball?
When Fields, specifically, Fields went over and said to Day, "I can't throw." He said that.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
That's documented, Joe.
Yeah.
Oh well. I mean, when he said that, I'm sure that's when they went to the running game. Is that
right? But my question is, do they run for 400 yards if Fields does not hurt his thumb?
Well, probably not.
You think they still try and push? Because I got a big issue with Ryan Day's play calling. I don't know if you guys are on the same boat, but this is like the burying the lead here. This is Day was super fucking stubborn, I believe, for the first half and half of the third quarter. We didn't start pounding the ball until middle of the third quarter, and it's right around the same time. I'm not going to be the man on the grassy knoll guy, but it was right around the same time that Fields hurt his thumb, where we started just, running behind the O-line with Sermon, because Teague was out. Teague had a concussion protocol, and they took his helmet. So, and you saw Mayan Williams get in there a little later. So my point is, my issue with Ryan Day is the stubbornness to continue to call pass plays when it wasn't working, and the run was obviously working. You guys see that, or am I on a different channel?
I don't know. I think Justin Fields is Ryan Day's boy, and Ohio State goes this year as Justin Fields goes, and I think I think Ryan Day is more comfortable leaning on Justin Fields than on any player on that team. And so it's a comfort level for him, as it should be. He's the best fucking player on the team. And, you know, to take that out of his hands, it's a tough move as a coach. And I'm sure that, you know, you fight through that shit during the game, and you're trying to do what's best, and you know ultimately you come out. But I don't know about stubborn, because we made the adjustments and then ran like that in the second half. You know, you challenge your line and get it done.
Okay.
But no, if he's not hurt, no, we throw for 150 more. We only rush for 300 yards, and we throw for 150 more yards.
All right. So you're talking more of a balanced attack, you think, is how it plays out.
Yeah, well, I think if
even though
hurt, you know,
we just talked about the receivers who are not getting it done. Garrett Wilson.
But if his thumb's not hurt, I don't know. And again, I think Ohio State adjusts better in the second half under Ryan Day.
How about Harry Miller? Is this guy a problem yet?
No, not yet.
Is he entered Isaiah Prince realm?
No, I don't think so.
No, not yet. God damn it. No, nobody has. No, I don't think anybody will for a long time.
JB Shugarts? To kick it old school?
No, the
JB fucking Shugarts. Number 1 tackle in Texas. Yeah. JB Shugarts. Motherfucker. Anyways.
Yeah, thought that might resonate. I'm a little concerned because he's obviously the weakest link, and when you're facing a Clemson, this is going to be the target for schemes and blitzing and shit like that, you know.
For sure.
Very concerned about him. I'll tell you what, the positive that I really took out was the defense in that second half. They pitched a shutout from like the middle of the second quarter through the end of the game. I mean, I know there's a missed field goal in there in the third or fourth, something like that. But for the most part, that defense really, really shut them down. We had a fumble and a pick in there to squash some drives, but for that entire about middle of the second quarter on, they didn't do dick.
Justin Hilliard. That's because
Exactly.
Justin Hilliard is a boss.
Yeah. So happy to see him play
have yourself a
game
ball
like
game, sir.
Yes. Good for him.
I mean, I don't. The way he played, he was the only thing really inspiring on that defense. I think he was the defense. He was just a maniac out there. He was everywhere. I think he led the team in tackles.
Yeah.
Do you think he gets on the field this coming week more because of what he just did?
I think he has to.
For sure.
I mean, his
I think he earned it.
speed in that just looked insane.
He looked healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was the number 2 inside linebacker in the country coming out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was and he
5-star out of Cincinnati State X.
Yeah. You know, he just torn bicep. Yeah. Achilles or knee after that. Something.
He's on his 6th year.
I mean,
come back for another if he wants.
6 fuck. He could play 7. That'd be awesome for him to come back and play 7. Because why not, right? But no, dude, that was so awesome to see him play like that. Yeah. You know what? And I hope that lights a little fire under Baron Browning. If nothing else, will. Like, hey, man, come. Because we're gonna need Baron Browning. Like we're gonna need him to play too. We're gonna need it. You know, he deserves some playing time. He's earned playing time. But we're gonna need Baron Browning to be the best Baron Browning.
I mean, if it wasn't for Trey Sermon going off like that, the positive thing I was going to say is Justin Hilliard. I mean, wow, what a game!
Yeah. A couple TFLs, a pick, a fumble. I mean, he played that fade route. Was he going up against a tight end? He turned and played that like a freaking corner, man. made the pick in the end zone.
No doubt.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's kind of put this game to bed. And anything else you want to touch on? D-line had themselves a day as well to help shut that second half down.
I thought the defense overall played outstanding. They gave us some of those cushion, big plays down the middle in the passing game. But overall, you held a college football team, a Big Ten team to 10 points. I'll take it. On turf, with no weather involved on a fast track, 10 points. Defense played well.
The one last thing I'll add to that, I gave you the little feel-good story about the walk-on kid that played at my kid's middle school. He actually led Northwestern in tackles against the Buckeyes, so nice job, Bergen.
All right. He was busy day.
No,
he had a busy day, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah. Tackling those running backs 20 yards downfield was a bitch.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So I guess nothing else there. Obviously, Trey Sermon gets the game ball. Have yourself a fucking career in one day. Gonna imagine he gets the bulk of the snaps next week as we venture down to New Orleans. What do you guys think? You think there's a even snap count, or does
Pasadena kick this out?
No. Yeah, they moved that to Dallas, but you think there's while we're on the topic of running backs, you think there's a Master Teague / Sermon 50-50 split, or does Sermon go maybe 65-35, 70-30?
I think it's
Joe, I was going to ask you, did they say what the injury was to Teague, why he came out of the game, and we didn't see him?
He was concussion protocol. They took his helmet away.
So we're sure he'll be back ready for this game?
Yeah, I think so. Their Buckeyes are supposed to have everybody back. There's no nobody in COVID suspension or anything like that. Alave's back at practice. So I would assume everybody's full bore.
Unless something new comes up, unless a new failed test or something. I got you.
Well, yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Right. If Teague's fine off the concussion and they rule him 100%, he's good to go. Sermon will definitely get the majority of the carries because they're going to see if he still has the hot hand. If he, if it's still working like it was, of course they're going to try that first. They would be crazy not to. But maybe I could picture Ryan Day running Teague, just pounding first two drives, boom, 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 and then Teague, not Teague, Sermon plays like the second, third quarters consistently, kind of a change of pace. But I definitely think, at the end of the day, Sermon will get the bulk of the carries. Just you have an output like that, and you get an extra week to rest before that. Because a lot of times that you run for 300 yards, that next week you're not going to have the legs to really do it again. But he's going to have more than a week off. So I expect Sermon to definitely have the majority of the carries, but it could be broke up differently. They could still run Teague to start with, kind of pound them and then soften up.
No way.
You think Sermon goes?
He earned the start.
Yeah,
Trey Sermon
I agree.
earned that start.
He did. Yeah. I think if I'm the Rainbats coach, I'm saying, hey, this guy deserves to start. But
he needs to show me
that
he's
might be
not
game
getting
plan
it done.
Well, you know what the big key is going to be here is, and I'm not really sure who's the better blocker back there, pass pro.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Because
I've seen both of them.
Clemson's going to be bringing some stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're going to blitz. They're going to blitz. Their linebackers are they got that one dude. That one white dude's like 30.
Have you heard of their defensive coordinator? I think his name's Brent Venables. Herbie likes to say his name a lot.
Is it Venables? I didn't.
You would know him if you watched ESPN ever.
Well, good. I don't.
Okay. I'll have to look for him. Does he wear any kind of funny hat to distinguish himself?
He's funny, all right. Yeah.
Does he? Okay.
Also, notorious sign stealer, but that's another topic. Yes. Yeah, he steals offensive signs, and then they call their defenses according to what they steal from the offense. That's his MO. That's the way he's always operated. So, yeah, very original guy. I mean, the guy's a fucking
seems like a
masterful.
pretty outlandish.
He's a masterful defensive coordinator.
Joe,
you know.
Do you have any evidence to substantiate your?
I have dozens of media members that will attest to that.
I didn't even know. Is that a known thing? They just steal. They have a guy that steals signs and relay them to him.
Yeah,
to say what they're doing.
That's his thing. Yeah, it's like in baseball. I mean, it's part of the game, and you can't really frown upon it, but you just have to beat him at stealing your signals. You change the signals, or like Ryan Day did last year, you get up to the line of scrimmage, call the play before they can adjust, because they need to see your play before they can adjust and communicate that to their players. And they had him in a blender in that first half last year.
Well, you notice like right before every snap, every game, he looks like a meth head just spend his last $5.
Tweaking, yeah,
because he's fucking losing it. So it might make sense because he's got like 5 seconds to make a decision on what to run because he's got the signals, relayed into him.
Now, how do you read him?
He's like grinding teeth.
Coach, what coverage is that?
He's my fucking hand. I didn't even know. It makes sense, I guess, but I didn't know he was a sign stealer.
But it makes you a great defensive coordinator.
Sure does.
One step ahead.
Well.
So anyways, so we get into this game here. Sugar Bowl down in New Orleans, 8 p.m. Friday night on ESPN. You get Herbie and Fowler, and they'll be stroking that Clemson sideline better than ever. Maybe Herbie if
yelling shout outs to his fucking kids.
Yeah,
I see my boy over there. He's bringing the water to all of them. He's hustling. He's doing his thing.
They got
but his youngest has got a preferred walk on at Ohio State.
I know. And why did we do that?
Yeah. Legacy.
Does he have talent?
Yeah, go ahead.
Legacy, like Animal House.
I don't want to knock the kid, man. I don't want to knock the kid. The kid might have some talent. I'm not gonna knock him. I mean, his dad and his grandpa both played at Ohio State.
And you know what? They're not getting scholarships at least. But you can come on the team.
Yep.
Preferred walk-on status.
We'll circle. Somebody will circle your name when you're standing on the sidelines.
Oh, just wait though. When his boys graduate at Clemson, then Herbie's gonna be back on Ohio State's dick. Look at the job Ryan Day is doing. Look at my boy down there. He's having a great time. Can't say enough about this coaching staff. And, this is home and fuck.
Tears of joy. Bullshitter. Yep. Well, his Buckeye card did show pretty well, and he was very, very right about that Michigan comment he made weeks ago. When he said
then he
Michigan
wasn't
would
right
throw
about
up that white flag.
Apology.
Well, yeah, he did that. ESPN probably strong-armed him into
it.
Like,
whoa, Kirk. Whoa, that's strong from you. That's really strong from you.
Yeah, you took a side.
Let's back it down. Let's back it down here. You're America's sweetheart.
Hey, Kirby, you're not allowed to say what's right in front of your face. You're not allowed to have an opinion like that.
Yep.
No, you're our puppet. Do our dance.
Mm-hmm.
Do the dance.
About half the people already think this.
Right.
It's
we called it before the season fucking started here.
Yeah.
This podcast.
And
we don't know shit.
Don't leave it up to Michigan to fuck us on the championship game.
Exactly. Right. I said if Michigan has a chance to screw us at the end, they will.
Oh, but they had spirited practices the day after.
Spirited, two of them. Two back-to-back spirited practices.
Fuck your mothers, you assholes.
Fucking horrible. And has he signed his contract yet? Dumb dick, I hope he did. I hope they get him for 3 more years.
They're still waiting for the season to end.
They're trash. That J.J. McCarthy, that 5-star kid, he's still coming in.
Yeah.
And
he's signed and sealed.
Go ahead, man. You captain that ship right down to the bottom of
Oh, shit.
the ocean, brother.
Transferring in 2 years.
Fall into Lake Superior.
Yeah. So,
Lake Michigan.
all right. Let's dig into
that
this.
shit.
Let's get into the Sugar Bowl. We got our guy, my guy, Dabo Karen, continuing to run his mouth, talk shit about the Buckeyes, providing all the bulletin board material we need. We may have an overflow. We might need an extra bulletin board for all the bullshit this guy is spewing. Ranking the Buckeyes 11, saying that even though before
Full
the
stop,
season,
period.
yeah,
Ranking the Buckeyes 11. Are you out of your fucking mind?
That's completely. He completely did it for one reason. He didn't honestly think we're the 11th best team. He did that. Of course it's calculated.
So he said, "I don't buy that little. I did it like this because he said he had a tweet earlier in the season that said, "Yeah, you can't really base it on that because no one knows what's going to happen,
right,
in a season like this."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got that quote right in front of me. You paraphrased it accurately. And then just the other day, he says, in my opinion, I don't think it's right that 3 teams have to play 13 games to win it all, and 1 team has to play 8. What universe am I living in? And it has nothing to do with them. What's he mean by them? It was all about qualifying.
Carpetbaggers, Northerners.
Didn't think they were qualified. Okay. Has nothing to do with them. Sounds like it.
But they're not qualified.
Right. So
nothing against you, but I don't think you're qualified.
Right.
Nothing.
Oh no, none taken, Dabo.
Yeah.
None taken from a man named Dabo.
Yeah. So I put a lot of thought into what Dabo fucking says. Anyway.
But you know what? He can talk shit to us because he has never fucking lost to us. Until we fucking beat him, we're gonna have to eat this shit.
Yep.
So we need to fucking win this game so he can shut the fuck up. That's the only way it's going to happen. We got to do it. Urban lost a fucking heartbreaker in 13.
Braxton hurt his shoulder.
He wasn't injured. Fuck, who knows what we could have done that last drive. But, and then we got fucking, Urban got routed again with fucking JT. Mm-hmm. And we lost to some bullshit last year. We gotta fucking beat him. As simple as that. We gotta fucking beat him, or we're gonna have to deal with this bullshit.
Yep.
And he's allowed to talk shit. Look, I'd be talking mad shit to Clemson if we beat them fucking 4 times, and we constantly keep knocking them out. Fuck yeah! And Ryan Day wouldn't. I mean, he's a little more. That's not his style. A little more class or whatever. A little more low key.
Class is the right word. Yeah, you got it.
I mean, more respectful, all that shit. But Ohio State fans we'd be trouncing fucking Clemson fans right now. So I get it, and the only way we can fucking fix it is smashing their fucking teeth in.
Right.
I mean, it's just we gotta win. We gotta win the game. I don't give a fuck if it's by 1 point. I mean, it doesn't matter. We have to get a fucking dub on them assholes.
Mm-hmm.
We have to, or it's just gonna be more of the same. And it's going to be used in recruiting and all that other bullshit, just like it always is. But whatever. But I'm just talking about. I don't even give a fuck about that. I'm talking about just we get. I don't know if we got the team to win a national title, but we got the team to get revenge on fucking Clemson. I know that.
I think this is a.
I know we have
game.
that.
I think this is a coach's. I think this is a coach's game.
I think you're right. I think you're 100% right, Shawn. I think Day definitely needs to outcoach Dabo. Definitely needs to outcoach him.
We work circles around them. So let's talk about the 3 components of a game and a matchup with 2 teams. So it comes down, in my opinion, to 3 things. Think of it as 3 pieces of a pie. 1 is talent, your players on the field. 2 is coaching and scheme. 3 is execution, okay? So how do the players take that scheme with their talents and apply it to the game? So in this game, the first 2, I think, are equal. What do you guys think? Talent and coaching? Can you say that there's an edge, generally speaking? I mean, we're not going to go position coach by position coach here, but generally speaking, Brent Venables is probably the best defensive coordinator in the country, and I would argue that Kevin Wilson / Ryan Day are the best offensive coordinator in the country. Thoughts?
Sounds about right.
I don't have any names to argue with you. I mean,
Yeah.
Unless
you want to interject like Bama into the equation, but that's not the game. That's not the game we're playing. So, talent-wise, I would say it's equated, right? I mean, that's what Ryan Day always talks about is when the talent level is equated, then there are more finer things.
I actually think talent level, at least star rating coming out of high school and stuff. I actually think Ohio State's better.
Yeah, they probably are. I give you that. Yep.
Yeah, per player average, like out of high school rating, yes, I believe we do have. We've had a higher class than them every year.
We got more depth in them.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have reps. But our guys don't have. We have. Yeah, you're right. I think we have deeper talent. We have
don't go Dabo on me.
But you know what I'm saying, Joe. The guys haven't played enough. I mean, the backups especially haven't played enough.
Yeah.
Just because we haven't had enough blowout games, or that they've been able to play more.
I get it.
That is real. The shit that Dabo talks, that's just him talking shit just for the sake of talking. But our lack of competitive reps is real. Mm-hmm. But yes, we are more talented. So if you say talent's equal and coaching is equal, or then what's your third one?
Execution.
Well, hold on. One thing. Well, I guess it's talent and execution. One thing that kind of goes into that too is, which is kind of the great equalizer, is quarterback play. To win these level of games, you need to have great quarterback play, and you're looking at the
two best in the country. Yeah, the two best in the country.
Right.
So I mean that equalizes talent a little bit, and frankly, Sunshine equalized it last year with busting off those long run plays and stuff, and that shit just can't happen.
Hey, and they've been showing that more and more. Did you see the Notre Dame game carefully? A couple big runs he ripped off, kind of that same read option, defensive ends just everybody caving in. And he's fucking keeping it again. I mean, they're not going to hide it. It's going to be part of their offense.
Jeff Hafley actually spoke to somebody last week, I think it was, and talked about that game plan for Ohio State in the game last year. And he said that they did not account for the QB run. That was not part of their defensive game plan. And that fucking showed. I mean, besides the slipping on the field by Proctor and everybody else, it showed that they were not prepared for the QB run. So the question is, does that change this year? Do they account for that more? Maybe spy Lawrence? I think they should have been spying Lawrence last year with like a Baron Browning type. But maybe this year you do it with a Baron Browning or a Justin Hilliard. Definitely not a tough Borland type. So you got a couple matchups that I think are key. You got Fields versus Lawrence. Who's going to outshine the other there to get the win. Then the running game. I think I got to ask you this. So let's quickly touch on Fields versus Lawrence. Is this like just a wash?
No.
Which way you lean?
Advantage Lawrence.
Okay.
But I'm happy about that. I'm fine with that. Because I think Justin Fields has something to prove. These guys were 1-2 coming out of high school.
Yep. They've probably been 1-2 since like grade school.
Right.
I mean, in the state, in their area.
So I feel like Justin Fields is going to bring his best. I mean, it will not be for lack of effort. Justin Fields. Now, hopefully, he doesn't overthink it and get in his own head. But we'll see. But we know Lawrence has been in more of these big games than Justin Fields has.
Yeah.
In his career. So
okay,
there you have it.
All right. So let's go. I got a question. Do you guys think we go a run-heavy offense versus a pass-heavy offense, which we've typically been a pass-heavy because of our success we had last week? Do we maybe continue that momentum running the ball and try and maybe slow down, keep them away from the ball and maybe drain some clock at the same time?
I think Ryan Day has more of that thought in his head, more of that thought process of.
But he
ball
said
control.
he's going to always be aggressive.
Of course.
Well, I think you can be aggressive with the run.
I agree.
They're gonna script their 15 first plays, whatever, and they're gonna run what they think they'll see. But those 15, the first 2 series, they're just looking to see what the defense is going to be lining up against what they're showing. And then he's going to make the adjustments from there. So what you see maybe the first series or 2 won't be indicative of their plan, more of we're going to show them this, see how they react, and then after that, you're going to be seeing what we can do. I think it's going to be like a look and see, but Venables also does a lot of that. He's not really going to show you a lot. He's going to hide and blitz late and show people on and off. So it's going to be that cat and mouse game the first couple series, I think. He's going to try a big shot, first drive at one point, try a big shot, but it's really going to be more like that, the heavyweight, like that the old analogy, the heavyweight boxing match. The first couple rounds are just kind of feeling each other out. You just want to see if the defense is lining up to their different.
I don't think Day's going to slow this down. I think Day's going to come out, and I'm hoping to see a lot of pace early with the running game mixed into that, with a lot of quick run plays. Off your pass plays, you got these linebackers and the secondary, like, oh shit, where are these guys lining up? And you're hitting off tackle. And
when we had JT and Zeke, we were hitting like every 8 seconds. JT and Zeke, boom, boom. It did work. That worked a lot. Dave's gonna want to get a lead and then do it. He's gonna want to get a lead and then do that pounding.
I think he showed his hand last year in the game against Clemson how to beat them. And I don't know why he deviates from that, right? Which was super aggressive, throw, up to the line, throw, big catch by Garrett Wilson. Then what stalled him was the review of the Garrett Wilson catch. You remember that? Because the next play, they actually got it off, they snapped it, and they whistled it dead. JK was gone off left tackle for 6, like a 25-yard run, something like that. I forget. But anyways, so what bogged them down in that case, they were pushing the envelope, fast, and aggressive. And I think that's Day's MO. And I think that's how he negates the Venables factor of getting his defense ready, right? And I don't know if you can do that with the run so much.
Well, yeah, it's hard to say that Day's going to come out and just start smashing mouth football. It's not his offense. That's not what he does.
Right.
So
exactly,
it would be completely out of character. But maybe that's what he's trying to do, is go off script.
Right.
And maybe he's going to do that to combat Venables' thought of they're going to want to hit big plays off the rip.
I think
he's going to see like they do the first 2 plays of the game.
We still were always a power run. Ohio State's still a power run team. It's just out of the spread, and out of passing plays, and it still needs to be that. I mean, you still have to be that.
Yeah. All right. So,
but I don't know. I don't know if Ryan Day feels the same way you do, Shawn. To be honest,
Ryan Day is gonna. He's going. I believe
Ryan Day wants to go. Ryan Day wants to go 250, and which is basically, I want to do what I want with you. I'm going to run. I'm going to pass. that's what he talks about. We want to be a
run when I
balanced
want to,
offense.
pass when I want to. Just to do what you want when you want to, not to be held to third and longs where you have to pass. Third and threes where I can run and pass. Second and 8s and second and 5s.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get into predictability. He wants to keep the odds in his favor, which is, every offensive coordinator's dream,
But if you're beating the fuck out of somebody up front, a 2nd and 8, you run the
Yeah.
ball. You can get to a 3rd and 1. Third and 1, first downs on 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7s.
Yeah.
So he needs to be there. We definitely need to be balanced. We need to be able to do both effectively. I don't know. I might go as far as to say that Fields needs to outplay Trevor Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
Needs to perform better. He needs to perform better than Lawrence, and you can't expect Lawrence to play bad. He's not the dude. That dude doesn't play horribly in big games. Right. He just doesn't. That's why he's the best quarterback prospect since Andrew Luck.
Right. We should point out this is not a better Clemson team than last year.
No,
and
I don't.
Same
but
for
I don't
Ohio
think we're
State.
better either. Yeah,
exactly.
I was gonna say I don't think we're better.
These are lesser versions of our two teams, but this might be the better matchup for us. Who knows? But so let's get into our microscopes here. Let's bang these out. I'm going to start off right now because I don't want anybody to take them from me. I'm going Sermon. Come on, yeah. Microscopes, bitch.
Fucking host running show.
That's right. Trey Sermon.
I'll piggyback on your shit. Don't worry.
You will not. You will not.
Giddy up.
I'm going Sermon on offense. I think this is Trey Sermon's show. I think he's a man, and he is reliable. I think he's finally got his kind of relationship with the offensive line working well, and it took them 5-6 weeks to get it down, and he's finally comfortable. So it's Trey Sermon's show. Shawn, what do you got?
Oh, you didn't take my guy. I'm taking Justin Fields. This is the Justin Fields show. I mean, Justin Fields, just like Jeff said, is going to have to play better than Trevor Lawrence for Ohio State to win this game. I think this is the game that Trevor and Justin, it's the same one they had last year, and it's the pinnacle of their college careers. And maybe they face each other again. They probably will at some point. Play each other on Sundays.
Yeah, most undoubtedly.
So I think Fields needs to have a big day.
For sure. Jeff, what's left?
Anytime you're playing Clemson, you're playing Alabama, when talent's equal, you got to win the line of scrimmage. Yeah. I'm going to 2 for D-line, the interior D-line, interior O-line. You got to control line of scrimmage. We're not going to be able to do anything if our 2 guards in center and our 2 D tackles are not wreaking havoc. We got to control the interior of that line. That's the key. Shutting down the run game and enforcing our run game. It's the biggest key. They got stud 5-star freshman D linemen. And they got some other 4-stars across there, just like we do. We got to be able to control them. Mm-hmm. Give Fields the time, and give Sermon the fucking space to run. Just like both of you said, it all starts in that interior of that line.
Shawn, who do you got on D?
On D, basically, I got another score to settle. With Trevor Lawrence.
Settle
your scores. Shawn Wade. And that's Shawn Wade getting booted in last year's game while we were up on a shady call. Definitely not intentional. Hit on Trevor Lawrence.
It was football. It was a football play.
It was a football play.
It was a football play. That's what happens in football.
And so look, you're going against the best. Shawn Wade is going to need to handle his business.
I would like to see Shawn Wade. I'd like to see them like throw him in the corner in the nickel slot, a little bit, just to show him in different spots in this game. Move him around. He played great.
And see the entire toolbox opened for this game. So
Right?
don't be surprised.
Yeah, just some different looks. Get him,
Bring
maybe
him
get
off
him
the
to blitz.
edge.
Yeah, put him in different spots. Let him, kind of make a chance to make more plays in space, and your best athletes give him room to play.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm going with my guy Coop. I think last year, this is the end. I mean, he showed up big in the Northwestern game. I think this is where Coop thrives. I know you took the entire D line, Jeff, but I'm going to narrow it down to Coop. He's the only guy that's really from the DN spot been a consistent day in, day out guy. So I'm going Coop.
Definitely good choice there. The edge, the pass rush you're going with, I agree. My D-line look was more just at Togiai and Haskell doing their thing in the middle.
Right. That's going to be key.
Keeping people off of Tough Borland. So Tough Borland, if Borland doesn't have guards banging on him, he'll make 18 tackles fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
So Haskell and Togiai take control of the line of scrimmage up front. Those two. They need to draw double teams and let our outside guys work
too.
Sure. But just drawing the double teams and freeing the linebackers up. Right. That's the key. That's the key to almost every defense, man. And even in the passing game.
What do you do about Etienne? We kind of stifled him a bit in the run, but he killed us on some long.
That's what he's been doing this year too. He's got like 40 plus receptions this year. Over 500 yards receiving.
Do you put Werner on him or Hilliard?
Maybe.
Whatever the scheme. I think Etienne's the best back in college. Honestly, he's an all-purpose back. He can play every down, and he's a fucking dog. He is He is a dog.
But they have not used him a lot running between the tackles at all.
But we're going to be running a lot of nickel, so it's pretty much going to be probably a lot of 3-3-5 or 4-2, a variation of that.
Right.
So you're going to have maybe a Josh Proctor down near the line of scrimmage, or Baron Browning, or Werner. They might not switch off, and he goes weak side of the field with Werner. Werner will at least keep it in front of him or funnel him to where his help is. I will count on Werner to making the right football play, even if he's outclassed athletically in the open field. There's ways you can push him to where your help's coming from.
Man.
But
not much. He's fast.
Warner can hang. He can hang, but you don't want Werner in the open field against Etienne consistently. It's not good for us.
Warner over anybody else.
Well, you know what I'm saying. If Warner's not going to be able to make the plays consistently on the guy by himself, he's going to be smart enough to push him where his help is and that kind of stuff and make the plays. So, it's going to be. I think that's going to be a combination. It depends on how creative they get with how they're getting him the ball. I haven't dissected Clemson's offense that much, but I know he catches a lot of the screen game's really strong. Read option, all that shit. So, both our outside linebackers, I think, are going to have to be definitely aware of where he's at coming across the field.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into our final score predictions. Here we are, Buckeyes. Another motivational topic, in my opinion. Underdogs. Not very often Buckeyes are underdogs. Plus 7.5. Over under is 66.5, so we expect another high scoring affair. I'll let you guys go first. I got mine already penciled in. Shawn, let's start with you. What do you got for a final?
Well, before I give you that real quick, I did lay 100 on the Buckeyes to win it all. Just so you know, I'm homer betting this thing.
I did too. Yeah.
At plus 750.
Nice. I got 650.
In this game in particular, I've not laid on it yet, I think it's still, is it still 7.5 or did it drop to 7?
Yeah, 7.5. Depends on where you go.
No, I got, you're going to need to score 30 points, and both teams are. I got 38-34 Buckeyes.
Okay.
Damn, Shawn. Real close. Joe, I have Buckeyes 36-32.
36-32. Okay.
Bingo.
I'm going 39-31.
Shocker.
Buckeyes win.
It's a trifecta.
Yeah.
Fuck them Clemson Tigers.
That's right.
I'll never fucking give them the time of day. But we got to win this fucking game. We got to win one of these against these assholes.
This fall to earth for Clemson is going to be very difficult for them when it does happen. And in case you haven't heard, a certain coach has an opinion about the playoffs.
Bama or against Notre Dame, we're gonna fucking beat their ass. I promise. Just give us that one chance. And we don't have to beat them 10 times. We don't have to beat them 20 times. We gotta beat them how many times? That's it. That's it.
How's that make you feel?
Oh, I love that.
You ready to play?
I love it. I mean, that's great, but I don't know who's live streaming that shit out.
I do.
It was reported. I love hearing it, but I wish I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That sucks. Sorry, DeMario. It was fun watching you in the red and scarlet and gray, but you'll be playing somewhere else next year.
I don't.
Did they boot him?
Well,
Nothing
I don't think
official yet.
I don't think he'll get playing time in this game.
No.
Aside the injury.
No, they could find somebody else to take fair catches on kickoffs.
You know what? Can they find somebody else that can get fucking 19 yards a catch in garbage time?
Shit.
Because McCall, when we're up 30, McCall will light you up.
That's true.
He will.
That's true. Can't argue with that.
He will fuck up your 4th team. I guarantee it. Your 13, dead.
Hey, I would just say, DeMario, this has always been a pro DeMario podcast. We support you, and we wish you all the best going forward. We pushed. Trust me, we pushed for you to get more playing time. It's not my fault Ryan Day doesn't listen to this podcast.
Yeah, that's a bridge too far, though.
Yeah.
But
that's locker room shit. Yeah. So let me get, before we get out the door here.
Don't press in.
Yeah. Or live stream. Before we get out the door here, one quick thing, guys. This is hardly worth the air you're going to breathe. Bama versus Notre Dame, minus 20.5. Bama's favored. Give me a quick pick.
Bama covers.
Bama with the cover.
Like Bama.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I like Bama with the cover.
Yeah.
Bama with the cover.
All right. That's all I needed. All right. Appreciate you, folks. We are fired up and ready. Can't wait till fucking Friday. God, it seems like so far away. This week is going to drag ass by.
Hey, Happy New Year to both of you. Joe, I'm going to be in St. Pete, New Year's Eve.
All right.
I'll give you a call, brother.
All right. Sounds good.
Safe and happy holiday, boys.
You too. Folks, as always, we appreciate you. We will see you next year. Let's pray for a Buckeye victory, and maybe we'll get together again after this one.
Peace. Goddamn right. Go Buckeyes.
Go Bucks.
Fuck you, 2020.
Ooh, good one.